Hi, I'm Tanya Mark, mind, body, and nutrition, dynamic eating psychology coach, and body image ambassador. And today I want to talk about hormonal imbalances and your breakfast choices. So many of us will think that healthy breakfasts start with granola, some organic yogurt, and, throw on some berries. And so that seems like it'd be a really healthy breakfast, right? But when you're dealing with, low energy and feeling stressed and not feeling satiated, like you're hungry all the time, that sort of breakfast is way too full of carbohydrates and sugars. So that's what I want you to look at. How are you starting your day? What are you consuming for breakfast? And is that driving hormonal imbalances? Okay. So one of the things that I want you to do is start to transition, and I want you to spend 1 week experimenting with building breakfasts that aren't sweet breakfasts. They're more savory breakfasts, and really concentrating on making sure there's protein, because protein are the building blocks. They have the amino acids that build hormones. So we want to make sure there's plenty of protein. And then we want plenty of healthy fat and then fiber. So what could that look like in a breakfast? That could be, if you really like something that's sort of cereal-like, because I know a lot of us really like those granolas and yogurts and things that are very sweet. I have a recipe that I'm going to share. I'm going to share one recipe today and every day this week to give you ideas and samples of breakfasts that you can eat that'll help balance your hormones. So the one example that I'm going to give you today is a savory amaranth cereal. It's really a seed, and it has more protein in it than even quinoa. And it's something that is not something you're going to put a bunch of berries and, sweet things in it. It's going to be, pumpkin seeds and have savory spices like cumin and ginger and turmeric. And it's super delicious. And what I like about it most is that it stabilizes your blood sugar levels, so that, when we're eating things that are too carbohydrate dense for breakfast or too sugary for breakfast, you'll get a quick hit of energy, and you're going to feel really good and feel like, hey, I'm like very energized. But the problem with those type of breakfasts is that what goes up very dramatically will dramatically drop. And so you're going to feel hungry. You might feel shaky. You might feel low energy, moody. And then you're going to want to reach for some more food, or something sugary, or a bagel or coffee, something to keep you going. So you'll want to build breakfasts that have something very focused on protein, healthy fat, and fiber. So I'll give you some more examples throughout this week, so don't worry. I'll be posting them every day on this page, Empowered Women's Wellness Club, at noon Mountain Standard Time. So again, take a look at your breakfast, and we're so used to it as Americans to build breakfasts that have more of a sweet taste to it. I just think, what do we really love? The pancakes and the waffles and the cereals, things like that. And what we really want to be doing is, if for women, I'm 48 years old, so I'm going through perimenopause right now, is that it's very critical for me to be starting my day by balancing my blood sugar, by building breakfast with protein, healthy fat, and fiber. So I'll be posting a recipe below this video here shortly to give you an example of the amaranth recipe that I mentioned here. And then I'll be giving a breakfast recipe the remaining 4 days this week that you can try. And I want you to experiment with it. And maybe at first you're like not really used to having a savory breakfast. Some people will do, this is a great example, some people will just eat like leftovers for dinner for breakfast. So that could be a piece of salmon. It could have a little avocado on the side for the fat, and some a little side salad or arugula or some spinach or kale. That would be an example. So again, I hope you found this tip helpful. Take a look at your own breakfast, maybe post below and let me know, what you're currently eating. I'd be happy to give you some feedback on how to up-level it or upgrade it. And look for the recipes that I'll be sharing throughout the week. And I look forward to hearing maybe next week if you're starting to feel better. Are you feeling less stressed from not having these highs and lows? Are you feeling, your mood is a little bit more stabilized? Are your energy levels more stabilized? So start your day with a protein, fat, and fiber breakfast. And one last thing that I want to say before I go is be mindful if you're a coffee drinker. Some of my ladies will just drink coffee in the morning and then they'll head to work and then they'll have breakfast. And I want you to know one of the things about coffee is that it does cause instability in your blood sugar levels. So it's going to do the same thing as having like a sugary breakfast. So if you're going to have coffee, I recommend you have it after you eat something. So before I jump off, I just want to let you know on my Tea with Tanya, I'm having a tea called nettle leaf tea. You can see that. And nettle leaf is fantastic for women going through perimenopause or menopause because it's very stabilizing and nurturing to our hormones. So again, this is a little bit about hormones today. Hope you enjoy the tip. Have an amazing day.